everyone, welcome to my Facebook Live today. My name's Mandy Witherby from Mandy's Papercraft Creations and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Sydney, Australia. Thank you all for joining me today. It's great to have you along. Thank you if you're watching live, if you're watching the replay back on Facebook later, or if you're watching on YouTube. Thank you to all of you. It's great to have you here. I really appreciate your support and I hope that you like what I have to share with you today. So if you are here live with me, feel free to say hi. Let me know that you're here. It's always much more fun to know who is here with me live, and I love crafting with friends. If you are watching the replay later, feel free to leave me comments as well. I do go back and check those too. So if you're watching live, you'll see the red live button up the top here in the left-hand corner, and you'll know that you're live with me today. If you don't see that live button, then you'll know you're watching the replay. And on YouTube, it's always on replay, of course. But if you are watching on my Facebook page and you're not yet following my Facebook page, my Facebook business page, please feel free to click on follow at the top of my business page. And that way, not only is it supporting me, and I really, really appreciate it, but also too, you'll get notified when I put up new posts, when I go live and all of those things. So you'll never miss out on anything. And if you're watching over on YouTube, feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you like what you see. And there's lots of other videos there that you can go back and watch as well. You'll find the subscribe button down the bottom on the right-hand corner, and you can click on that. And beside that is a little bell icon. If you click on that and click on notifications, then you'll get notified every time I upload a new video. So you'll always be sure to be kept up to date and you'll never miss out on any of my videos. All right, so while everyone is jumping on, I'll bring this up on my iPad so that I can see all of your comments there. So if you bear with me for one moment and I'll just get that ready. Now I've also got my laptop today as well, just in case. Oh, I didn't get my mouse out though, I might need that. I'll grab that, there we go. Because I'm operating my computer at a little bit of a distance. It's like way over there. My iPad is right in front of me, but sometimes my iPad freezes. So I thought, well, I'll get it up on both. And then that way, if my iPad freezes, I can still see all your comments on the computer. So there it is there. Okay. So I won't open it up on the computer just yet. I'll keep that as a standby because otherwise I'll be overloading the internet a little bit because my husband's home as well, working from home. The girls are here, so they might be on the internet as well. And yes, you know, we have to be careful not to overload our internet these days, don't we? All right, so let me see who's here today. Kelly's here. Hey, Kelly, great to see you. Judy's here. Hi, Judy, great to see you as well. Angela's here too. Hi, Angela, how you going? It's great to have you all here today. So I have had, oh, Helen's here all the way from New Zealand as well. Hi, Helen, great to have you here with us too. I have had a super crazy busy morning and I only got home at about 15 or 20 minutes before I had to go live. So thankfully I have a wonderful assistant in my daughter Amber, and she has got me all set up and ready for my live today. So yes, I had to go out and get some essential things for my mother-in-law. She's in respite care at the moment and she needed a few extra things, and my husband is going to see her this afternoon after work. And so I'm like, okay, I'll race and I'll get a few things that she needed. And so I ran to the shops to do that. And I have to say, it was quite nerve-wracking. It's the first time that I've been to the shops, like the big shopping centres, since COVID, like since the beginning of the year, probably February. And although they only let in double vaccinated people and all of that, and there weren't too many people around, but I just felt so stressed about it. And I was trying to keep my distance from everyone, and most people were pretty good, but there were a couple that didn't, and I'm like, oh, okay, I'll go this way then. But I just found it so stressful. Gone are the days of browsing the shops, and I just went to one store. I went in, I got what I needed, and I got out as quickly as I could, but of course I couldn't find what I needed, which was a frustrating thing, and I didn't really want to be looking around in there. I wanted to go, grab, and get out. The next time I think I'll do click and collect so it can be all there ready for me. I'll just go in, grab it and get straight out. But yeah, it wasn't enjoyable at all like it used to be. I used to love just browsing around the stores, having a look. No, not anymore. No browsing, no browsing. Anyway, I survived. I got in, I got out, and yes, all of those things. Checked in and did all the right things, and you have to show your vaccination records these days and all of that. So anyway, yes. So then I got home just in time to quickly down a little bit of lunch and then jump on and put a bit of lippy on, ready for my live. So anyway, so that's been my day. Oh, I had to go to the post office before that and post some parcels too. So that also took time as well. So yes, it's been a crazy, crazy morning, or early afternoon, I should say. Oh, Kathleen's here too now. Hi, Kathleen. How you going? Great to have you here. Your iPad's freezing again, Judy. Yeah, it's iPads and Facebook Lives for some reason. I don't know what it is. The other thing to check too, Judy, is if you're running the latest iOS on your iPad. That could be another reason why it's freezing if it's not current and up to date. Yeah. Hey, Robin, how you going? Great to have you here with us too. Oh, yes, Kelly found the same with the shopping. Very stressful, yes. Click and collect is brilliant, yes. Normally, we've been getting everything delivered to home. And normally that's how we do it. But because we needed a couple of things urgently for her today, because we don't know when he'll be able to get back over again during the week because of work. So I'm like, all right. When I got there and I was in the car and I'm thinking, oh, I don't feel good about this. I don't want to go in. But I'm like, no, Mum needs things. I have to do it. So I went in and did it. You're good. That's good, Robin. Awesome. So yeah, so anyway, so that's been my morning. But how's everybody else? Let me know how you all are. And how was your weekend? We had a lovely weekend here, beautiful weather, and a little bit cooler at the moment, but it's going to start to warm up very soon now. We are, what are we in now? We're November. It's 1st of November today, 2021. Can you believe that? Where has the year gone? Oh my goodness. It has been a crazy, crazy year. And it has, for some reason, it seems to have just flown by, for me anyway. Maybe not for all of you, but for me it seems to have just flown by. And yeah, it's nearly 12 months since I finished work. Next month it'll be 12 months since I finished working at the preschool. So that's pretty crazy. Yeah, so there you go. So what did everyone get up to on the weekend? Did you do some crafting? Let me know. Saturday, I actually took the day off. I normally work on Saturdays and then take Sundays off, but I had to do it in reverse this week. My husband and I went over to see his mum. It's the first time I've seen his mum since lockdown, since she got sick, since she went into the nursing home, went to hospital, went back to the nursing home. So it was so good to see her, and she's doing really well at the moment, which is awesome. And it was just so lovely to be able to spend the time with her. And then we did a bit of running around and sorting a few things out for her. So that was really good to be able to have that day to do that. And yeah, we got home at 10:30 at night. So it was a tiring day. But it was good. It was good. I was very thankful to be able to have that time. And that's the beauty of being able to work from home, work my own business, because I can juggle my hours and I can work around the family when I need to. So yeah, so that's the beauty of having your own business. And I love that I'm able to do that with Stampin' Up. So yeah. Judy says, it never bothers me. I browse as usual, just limited in where I can browse. She refuses to fear all of this. Okay, yeah. Kathleen said she's done some scrapbooking and visited the in-laws. That's awesome. Very good. Sounds like a lovely weekend, Kathleen. And Kelly said she made some personalised Christmas baubles and pet Santa sacks. Oh, that sounds so cute. Pet Santa sacks. I love the sound of that. That's awesome. And personalised Christmas baubles are always beautiful. I remember when I worked at the preschool, we had some of the children at preschool give me some Christmas baubles with my name on it, which was really special. Yeah. So, oh, lovely. Oh, it's good that some of you were able to do some crafting over the weekend. So yesterday, what did I do yesterday? Oh my goodness, I can't even remember what I did earlier in the day. Seemed to have a really busy day doing different things. I was doing odd bits and pieces. And then in the evening, we were doing some special preparation for my team members that are coming to our Stampin' Up! On Stage event. On Stage is a special event just for demonstrators. And so anyone that joins with Stampin' Up! Is able to go to these demonstrator only events. And they're super exciting and so much fun. And we've got quite a few team members coming this time, which is very exciting. So I was busy with Amber preparing a few special things. So they went in the post today. So yes, very, very special. I like to spoil my team. Very special and so exciting. So On Stage, it's called On Stage, the event that's coming up, the Stampin' Up! Event. It's called On Stage and it's in just under 2 weeks. So super exciting. We're getting really exciting. We're going to share some time together as a team. It's a virtual event, but we're going to be sharing some together, together time, yes, during the event as well, which will be super fun. And we've already got a little group going, a little Facebook group going for those of us that are going to On Stage. And so sharing a few things in there. So it's starting to get really exciting now. Judy said you should see Kelly's koala and Grinch Christmas balls. They're gorgeous. Ah, they sound beautiful. Helen said mowed some of the lawns on the weekend, cleaned some of the chicken cages and some knitting. A jumper for your granddaughter for Christmas. Ah, lovely. Sounds like you've had a very busy weekend. But you got some craft in there too with your knitting, so that's awesome. I'm sure that your granddaughter will love her jumper that you've made for her, or that you are making for her. Megan's here too. Hey Megan, how you going? She's a very happy Seahawks fan. She loves her Seahawks, Megan does. That's awesome. Did they have a win, did they, on the weekend, Megan? Angela said she had her 8-year-old grandson. They played PlayStation and then went to raffles at the club, and it went really well and she had a good weekend. Fantastic. Oh, that sounds lovely. Spending some family time. It's always so precious, isn't it? Especially with the little ones. That's lovely. Oh, and Judy did 3 hours of lawn weeding. Wow. How's your back today, Judy, and your knees? Oh dear. That's a lot of work. I leave all that up to John. Thankfully, he's able to get down and do that because I can't. Oh, Megan said they had a win this morning, 31-7 their time. So Sunday night, Seattle time. Okay. Oh, well, there you go. Congratulations to your team, Megan. Kelly said she has some Seahawks hooded jackets here and she has no idea where it appeared from. Oh, well, there you go. So there you go. Well, maybe you and Megan can chat. Robin said she looked after her eldest daughter after her wisdom teeth surgery. Oh, poor thing. Oh, my 2 daughters had theirs out. No, sorry. One of my, wait, hang on. Now I'm lost. One of my daughters had hers out and that was really, really bad. I'm just trying to think, did my other daughter end up having, Amber, are you on here? Are you on here with us? Did Brooke end up having hers out? I can't even remember now. Brooke's had so many surgeries. I'm losing track. But our son needs his out too. And he was just mentioning that on the weekend actually because he was supposed to book in about 6 months ago. Oh, it is only you, Amber. Yes, thank you. I thought I was remembering correctly. So we've got 2 adult children still in the home that need to get their wisdom teeth out that haven't had them done yet. But, you know, with COVID and all of that, my son had to put his off, and my other daughter, Brooke, she's been putting hers off for quite a while. So at some stage, they're going to have to come out. Oh, your poor daughter, Robin. It's not fun, is it? Oh, poor thing. I hope that she feels better soon and heals well. Yeah. Megan said she's got 2 new shirts that arrived this morning. Oh, as the game started. Perfect timing, Megan. Awesome. Megan had hers out 23 years ago and have scars on her jaw after bursting the stitches 2 hours after major surgery. Oh my goodness. Oh, you poor thing. Ouch. I remember getting mine out. I was 18 and I still had braces at that stage because I got my braces late. And I remember waking up, coming out of the anesthetic and being so dopey, and I could feel all the packing in there and I'm trying to pull it out, but it was all caught in my braces. I'll never forget that experience. It was awful. So not good to have your wisdom teeth out when you have braces. Oh yeah, no worries, Robin. Yeah, poor thing. Oh. Judy said she never got wisdom teeth. Oh, well, there you go. Very special. Our daughter's only got 3. She didn't, her 4th one never never eventuated. So she's only got 3, but our son's got 4, and I think one of them particularly is growing sideways, so it's going to be impacted. So that one's going to be nasty, but don't tell him I said that. Oh, burst after yawning and ended up with dry sockets and golden star. Oh no, Megan, that's terrible. Oh, some things you just don't forget, do you? No matter how long ago it was, you just don't forget those things. That's awful. Oh, you poor thing. What an awful experience. Oh, yeah. Anyway, we won't tell my other daughter and my son about that. Yeah. Hopefully they'll have better experiences. Actually, my eldest daughter, Amber, who's on here, she had a bad experience with hers as well. She was really, really terrible after having hers out, in a lot of pain and unwell. And then she got a secondary infection a few weeks later. And then about a month or 2 after that, she got another one. She had red rashes on her face. And the specialist said, no, it's too late. He didn't believe me. He said it's too long after the surgery. No, she hasn't got any infection. And I said, look at her face. She's got a red rash, or not a rash, but it was red and it was swollen. And it was just one side. I can't remember which side it was. But anyway, yeah, turned out they gave her antibiotics and it cleared up. And then it happened again. So not a good experience. Poor thing. Oh, Judy said her older son, who's at home, Elliot, his are gone, and Toby hasn't had any issues so far. Oh, good. Let's hope he doesn't have any. Yeah. Oh, yeah, Megan, scars on her jaw to remind her. Oh, yeah. Kelly said, oh, dry socket, ouch. I don't think I've ever had that, but I've heard it's really, really painful. Not nice. Robin said, Gem only grew 2. The dentist said that eventually no one will have wisdom teeth. Ah, why will no one eventually have wisdom teeth? Because there's no wisdom in the world. Nobody's wise anymore? Oh no, I know wise people. There's still wisdom in the world. Oh, yucky. Oh, that's not nice. Hey, Julie, how you going? We're talking about wisdom teeth and the experiences people have had. Not pleasant. I was just saying Jake and Brooke both need to have their wisdom teeth out at some stage very soon. So, yeah. Oh, jaws are getting smaller, the dentist said, did he, Robin? Interesting. There you go. My kids do have small jaws, actually. But it comes down my husband's side of the family too. Robin said she had 2 pulled out plus the other one next to them. So 4 at once, and had 4 dry sockets, extremely painful. Oh, ouchie, ouchie. Yeah. All right, let's talk about something nicer. We don't want to make the whole life sad and gruesome today. Oh, well, I hope you're all feeling well today. I'm feeling really good actually, because I got to see my mother-in-law on Saturday and she's doing so much better, and it was such a relief because things were a bit touch and go a couple of weeks ago, but she's doing a lot better right now, so that's really good. But how about we talk about some crafting, because that's always nice and fun to talk about. Oh, Megan got Eden's Garden this morning. Well, guess what I've got right in front of me, Megan? Guess what? It's the Eden's Garden products. So the Eden Garden products, let me tell you about the Eden's Garden products. They're going to be released tomorrow to customers. So that's super exciting. So that'll be the 2nd of November, 2021. Now, there is quite a few products in the collection. And here's a flyer. It's a little bit washed out. So we've got to get a new printer. We started looking, but we really need to go and look at the stores. And yeah, it's hard to choose a printer online. But anyway, so excuse the colors. They're very washed out. But in the collection, there is the stamp set and the dies. Now, of course, remember, whenever you buy stamp sets and dies together that coordinate and they are available as a bundle, you do save 10% on them. Okay, so remember that, keep that in your mind. We've also got the gorgeous designer series paper, which you might have seen me show last week, and the cotton paper, which comes in 2 colors, and then we've got the beautiful gems as well, and I always forget what they're called, garden gems. I should remember that, shouldn't I? So you can get all of those products individually, or you can get these as a bundle together, or you can get all of the products together in a collection. So depending on what you like from the products, they're all beautiful, and they're available from tomorrow, the 2nd of June 2021. Now, let me tell you, the stamp sets and the dies, they will be carried over into the January to June 2022 mini catalogue, so they'll be around for a little while. But the papers and the gems, they are only while supplies last. They are a special promotion or special edition, really. So they are only available while supplies last. So if you like them, don't wait, because you might miss out. We don't know how many there are or how long the stocks are going to last for, but be sure not to miss out. So guess what we're playing with today? We're playing with more Eden's Garden. So I know we made the card last week. Here it is here. If you remember this one, if you were with me last week, I made this one on my Facebook Live. And I showed you 2 other cards as well that I had as well. So we're going to be making one of the other ones today. And this is the one that we're going to be making. It's beautiful, and it's using some of those dies. And we've got some of the brushed metallic paper as brushed metallic cardstock, which is really beautiful. So we're going to be making that one today. So stick around and I'll show you how to make that. I'll give you all the measurements. Now, just to let you know, with all of the projects that I do on my lives, usually when I'm well prepared, I usually give all the measurements on my Facebook Live. So be sure to have a pen with you so you can write them down. And then that way, if you want to recreate this project later, or any of my projects later, you can do that along with the video, and you'll have all of the measurements there. And the good thing about the videos is you can pause them, because you can watch the replay, of course, and you can pause them, rewind, etc. And then if you're creating a project, it's really good, because if you miss a step or I go a bit too quick, you can be like, oh, what did she just do? Oh, hang on, I'll rewind that and replay it. So yeah, so it'll always be there for you. Now, all of my videos, I do record them on Facebook, and they will be available on Facebook on my business page. You can look under media, or depends which device you're on. Sometimes it comes up as more, like I'm looking on my laptop now and it says more. So if you click on more, if you're on a laptop, then it comes down and there's photos, videos, lives, all my events as well, etc., etc. So you can look there. Sometimes if you're on a smart device, an iPad or a phone, it might be a drop-down arrow, or it might say media. So just look for those things. It depends which device you're working on. So yeah, but you can find my videos. They're all there for you. All right, now there's a few comments that have come through. Let me see what I've been missing, because we are nearly ready to get started. Where are we up to? Oh, Megan got the cotton paper as well. Now, I think last week, wasn't it, Megan? You were you were undecided about the Eden's Garden products as to whether or not you were going to get them or not. And then after my live, I'm pretty sure it was you, Megan, correct me if I'm wrong. After my live and after I showed the products and that card that we made last week, Megan decided that she would get them. And she's just received them. So that's super exciting, Megan. So I'll give you another idea today as well with those. You did get the cotton paper and you love it. That's good. Awesome. That's right. Yes, Megan bought it as an early gift, an early birthday gift for herself. Awesome. 1 month until you turn 45. Oh, wow. That's cool. You're still young, Megan. And Megan had some celebration product credits because that's one of the perks of being a demonstrator. We get special additional things from Stampin' Up from time to time, and during celebration we can earn product credits. So it's like a little shopping spree that Stampin' Up gives us, and then we can go and have a little shop and purchase what we like with those product credits. So that's great. That's really good that you're able to use it for that. Awesome. Oh, November. Did I say the wrong month? Roz has just put written November. Did I say the wrong month, Rose? Sorry, Roz. It is, yes, today is the 1st of November. Tomorrow is the 2nd of November, 2021. Just reiterate that because sometimes my mind goes quicker than my mouth, or my mouth goes quicker than my mind. I'm not sure which it is. But anyway, sometimes I can't keep up with myself. Oh, Judy said she's got a similar die that looks like the grass one. Oh, there's not a grass one on here. There's a leaves one that looks like grass. That one? That one looks, or yeah, they're all foliage. It's actually all foliage. But anyway, I'll show them up close in a moment when I tip the camera down onto the desk. All right. Yes, Megan said, yes, I wanted to wait for my birthday, which is a month away, and decided to bite the bullet and got that last week. Awesome. Very good. All right, great. All right, well, we will get ready to tip the camera down. Now, as I always let you know, if you love the Stampin' Up products, and I'll just say it quickly, if you love the Stampin' Up products and you want to get a 20% discount and join an awesome, fun, creative community, please have a chat with me about purchasing the starter kit. I'd love to talk to you more about that. Yeah, I can give you more information about that as well. What else was I going to say? Oh yes, I was going to just let you know that for the starter kit you only pay $169 and you put the products in there that you want. It's not a designated starter kit, which is awesome because you can choose whatever you want in there up to the value of $235. But you still only pay $169, and then you get free shipping on that order as well. So, and then you will become part of my awesome community. And we've got some of our team on here today with us as well, which is great. Always great to have our team joining me for my Facebook Lives and my events and things. We have a lot of fun together. And yeah, so if you'd like more information, I mean, I could talk about it forever, but I won't. We'll get on to our crafting. But yeah, let me know if you've got more questions. I'll be happy to answer them for you. All right, so what I'll do is I will cover up the camera, and we are going to be doing a bit of die cutting today too. So I'll show you the large Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. Can't remember if I used that last week as well. Did I use that last week? I probably did actually. Oh, I might have used the small one. Can't remember. I think I'll probably use the small one. We're going to use the large one today. So I'll show you that as well. All right, so let's get ready and let's have some fun. All right, I'm going to cover up the camera so I can tip it down onto my desktop for you. All right, so bear with me for a moment while I just get that all ready. All right, here we go. Flip those cameras. And I'll just adjust my stand so it might be a little bit squeaky. Get that all set up for you. There we go. Tighten that up. Make sure my phone is going to stay put. All right, and I'll just adjust the lights for you. so you can see what I'm doing. Now, being that it's the 1st of November, oh, we're a little bit crooked still. Let's tweak that a tad. Did that straighten that up a bit? Let's see. Yes. Oh, yeah, that's better. Great. I love that I have got wood plank boards, well, wood plank board look on my desktop because it helps me to line up my camera, to be honest. So it works really well. So being that it is November now, I have a new host code. So this is my November 2021 host code. So if you are shopping with me, be sure to use my host code, and all orders over $50 will receive a thank you gift from me when you use my host code. So be sure to use that. Now you can find my online shop at well, you can find it two different ways. You can go to my blog, which is mandyspapercraftcreations.blogspot.com. That's usually the first place I direct everybody because I've got lots of other creative inspiration on there. I've got the link to my newsletter on there too. If you're not subscribed yet to my newsletter, be sure to subscribe to my newsletter so that I can keep you updated with all of the goings on with Stampin' Up and anything upcoming, and I put some of my projects on there as well to give you some creative inspiration. So be sure to do that. You'll find the subscribe button on my blog, and there's lots of other things there too, PDFs of the catalogs and all sorts of things. So go to my blog and have a look around, and yes, you'll find the shop button there. You'll also find a join button there too. So if you already know you're ready to join Stampin' Up and you don't have any other questions, you can just go there and click on join and join straight away with me as well. But of course, I always like to answer all of your questions. So please have a chat with me if you do have any questions. Also too, I do have a Stampin' Up website, so feel free to go there. You'll find my entire catalogue up till the end of this year for all of my events that are coming up. You'll find that at mandywitherby.stampinup.net. All right, let's have a look at these gorgeous products again. We did have a look last week, but we'll have another look today. So this is the beautiful Eden's Garden stamp set, which we're going to be playing today with some beautiful, beautiful sentiments. I'll take the dies out of the packet because it tends to be a bit reflective and it's a bit hard to see. So these are the Eden dies that coordinate with the stamp set. Now you'll notice that the dies are, oops, I moved that over a little bit. The dies don't actually cut out any of the stamped images. They are a complementary die set. So we have complementary dies there that work well with this stamp set, but of course they would also work well with other stamp sets as well. So remember to mix and match your products as well and get the maximum use from them. So we've got some beautiful leafy borders here, or a leafy border here. And then we've got this beautiful leafy wreath, which we're going to be using today. And it's really nice to have a different shaped wreath. So this, rather than having a circle one, we've got sort of almost an oval shaped leafy wreath. Then we've got this little one here. We've got some additional leaves here, which we used last week. And we've got this beautiful one here that we can use for our sentiments. So we are going to be using a couple of those different dies today. And from the stamp set, we're actually just going to be using one of the sentiments today. So I used some of the other stamp sets last week, some of the other stamps, I should say, last week. And but today we're going to be just using the sentiments with this one. All right, so that's the stamp set and the dies. Now remember too that you can purchase them individually, but if you purchase them together as a bundle, you will save 10%. Now, if you chose to get that entire collection, that 10% discount is already built into that collection. Okay, so you can get the entire collection of all of the Eden's Garden products. Yeah, and you'll get that 10% discount built into that price there. Okay. So just as an example, I will show you the rest of the products, but as an example, if you wanted all of these Eden Garden products, the total for all of the collection is $144. Now, last week I tried to do this. I didn't have my calculator. This week I've got my calculator. So so you only pay $169 for the starter kit. Okay, this is $144. So normally that would be $25 it's only $25 less than what you would pay for the starter kit. And by the time you throw in some adhesive or an ink pad or something like that, you know, you're up to the $169. But if you purchase the starter kit, you actually get to choose up to $235 worth of product and still only pay $169. So you could put all of these in your starter kit plus additional items that you wanted to, up to the value of $235. So if I do 235 minus the 144, that's still another $91 worth of product you could put into your starter kit, as well as this product collection if you liked this product collection. Okay, so you could get some ink, some adhesive. You might want to get some blocks for your stamps, because you do need blocks for your stamps. If you don't already have some blocks, you'll need clear acrylic blocks for your stamps. They come in all different sizes. And it tells you here what size blocks you need. Okay, so you will need, for this stamp set, you'll need blocks A, B, and D. So let me just show you. This is a D block. This is the most common one that we use. Most of our stamps fit on here, except some of the larger ones, but this is the most common one that we use. So that's a D block. The A block and the B block, I think they're our little ones. The A block is that little tiny one, and then the B block is the next size up. So really, if you just had a D block, you wouldn't need the A and the B, because any stamps that are going to fit on the A and B block are going to fit on your D block. So of course I've got all the sizes because I'm using a lot of stamps all the time and doing classes and things, and I've got a couple of sets of plus extras of all the blocks, and I'm only saying that just to let you know that they do come in handy having more than one block. But if you don't want to, you could just get the D block, and then all of the stamps from this stamp set would fit on a D block. Okay, or if you had the Stamparatus, all of the stamps fit on the Stamparatus, so then you wouldn't need to have any blocks. I'm going to be, I'm hoping to play with the Stamparatus. Well, I've got it planned for 2 weeks' time, I think it is, to do a project with the Stamparatus, but I might try and incorporate that on my Thursday live this week too, but I'm not quite sure what I'm doing on my Thursday live this week. Anyway, getting back to here. So yeah, so that's just another option for you as well. So keep that in mind if you're not already a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and you would like to get the Eden's Garden products, keep that in mind about popping them into the starter kit. And remember too, that after you join with Stampin' Up, you get the 20% discount on all your Stampin' Up! Products. So you'll be making a good saving there too. All right, stamp sets, dies. What else have we got in the collection? We have got the beautiful Ever Eden 12x12 Specialty Designer Series paper. Now you can see I've used some of these already, so I've chopped them up. Let me take them out of the packet. Wait, I've got to work out where the opening is. Here it is. I didn't have them open yet because, as I said to you, I just raced home, quickly bolted down some food, and then jumped on my live. So here we've got some of these beautiful, beautiful papers. And we've got gold foiling on one side, and then the other side has like more of a matte finish design. But aren't the designs gorgeous? I love this one. This one's beautiful. A speckly, spotty design. It's like a splatter. All right, let's have a look at the other papers that we've got here. And you'll see how beautiful these are. Now, I'm showing these again. I did show them last Monday, but in case you missed them, I just thought I would show them again, just quickly, so you can see how beautiful they are. And I'm trying to show you the front and the back sides of the papers. So there's there's 12. There's a total of 12 sheets in here. So there's 6 double-sided designs. Oh, that's the speckly one that we saw before. All right, there we go. So is that all of them? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That one's a duplicate. That one's a duplicate. I'm missing one. Which one am I missing? Nope, got that one, got that one. That one? Nope, got that one. I'm missing one. Maybe it's one that I've already used, or is it caught in between some of the others? Oh, hang on, here we go. There it is, there it is, there it is. It was stuck. So there's all the beautiful papers. So I'm showing you both sides here. So you can see you've got the gold foiling on one side and then the matte finish on the other. But can you see that beautiful gold in there? Isn't that beautiful? So that's the paper. Really pretty. So those colors that we've got in the paper are Evening Evergreen, Soft Succulent, and Gold. All right, so that's the Eden's the Ever Eden Designer Series paper. And then we've got the gorgeous cotton paper. So this is 12 by 12 inch cotton paper, and this comes in the Soft Succulent and Evening Evergreen. And this is really, really soft and delicate paper. And you've sort of got like a glossy finish on one side, and then on the other side it's like a dull finish. So depending on the look that you're going for. Megan says she loves the cotton paper. She's got this one. Hi Athena, hi Rose. Sorry, just seeing that some of you are jumping on. Oh, Megan said the best decision she ever made was becoming a demonstrator 10 years ago. Yes, it's the best decision I ever made too, Megan. It's just changed my life in so many amazing ways that I could talk about it forever. Hey Glenda, yes, I am well. Thank you so much. It's great to have you with us. Yeah, so that's a beautiful cotton paper. We'll play with a little bit of that today. And last week we cut the border with that, and that turned out really beautiful. I'll show you. So this is the one we made last week, and we used that cotton paper for that beautiful border. So you get this beautiful soft border. It's very delicate, and it's really, really pretty. Sorry, I was holding that off camera. I keep forgetting where the camera is. So yeah, all right, so that's the cotton paper. So we'll pop that back in the packet to keep that protected. And then we've got the beautiful gems. Now, where are they hiding? That's a very good question, because I can't see them here. Amber, did you leave me some gems? Are we using gems today? We are using gems. Where have I put them? Are they here on the table? I might have to hunt for the gems, because I can't see them right here at the moment. I don't know where they've gone. Oh, here they are. Yes, there they are. Found them. These are the garden gems. And I showed these last week as well, but I'll take them out of the packet. Actually, I'll leave them out of the packet. We're going to use them. Yes, they were here. Sorry, they were underneath the kit that you prepared for me. Yeah, sorry, I just couldn't see them. They were hiding. So these are the gorgeous gems. Aren't they beautiful? So these ones are the marquee. We talked about them last week. They're a marquee cut gem. And these ones are your standard gems that we have. They're all faceted, and they're just so shiny and shimmery and beautiful. So we'll play with some of those today. So that's all the products in the collection. So look out for them tomorrow in my online store. That's the Eden's Garden collection. And you can take a look over there, and yeah, and then you can purchase those if you would like to. Okay, now we're going to be using, I'll pop these to the side so we've got them ready to use. We are also going to be using today the gold and rose gold metallic specialty paper. This is a beautiful brushed metallic foil paper, and it's quite thick. Hang on, I'll get out a full sheet. We're using gold today, but there is also the rose gold. So I'll pull out a sheet of each if you haven't seen these. So you've got the brushed finish there, which is really beautiful. So there's the two colors. And you get 8 sheets in the pack. So you get 4 of each in the pack. These are available from the annual catalogue. They're a standard product that's in the annual catalogue this year. So available all year until April, the end of April next year, and they come in 6x6 designer 6x6 inch. So we're using some of that today as well, and we're just going to be using some Evening Evergreen ink today in our classic Stampin pad. So that is the color that we're going to be using. if you want the code for the evening evergreen, I can give that to you. So have your pen ready. It is 15556. That's 15556 if you like the evening evergreen color. It's a really beautiful color. I love this green. All right, so Amber's got me all organized here with a little kit. Look at this, she's got all of the pieces. And I'm just looking to see if she's given me the measurements. Yes, she has. She's awesome. This is the card that we're going to be making. I'll just show you that again. Isn't this beautiful? And we've got the little gems there as well. So really, really beautiful. And that's the brushed metallic paper. Okay, now let me know, give me a shout out if you need product codes for any of these. I'll try to remember to put them in the description after I finish filming as well, so that if you want to purchase any of those, you'll have the product codes for them. Megan says she's using some of her pattern paper for her nephew's scrapbook page. Awesome, beautiful, that's great. Yes, they are very pretty in person, those gems, aren't they, Megan? Because I think, Megan, you said last week you weren't too sure about them, weren't you? But when you see them in person, they're so beautiful. All right, so let me show you how I'll give you all the measurements first of all of the pieces, so you will have the measurements to make this card too. All right, we are starting with, I always start at the bottom. So we're starting with a base of evening evergreen. So this is half of a piece of A4 cut across the width of it. So it's 21 centimeters by 14.85 centimeters, scored and folded at 10.5 centimeters. Now, as I'm giving you these measurements, if I'm going too fast, remember that after I finish filming, this will be available on the replay. So you can always come back and watch it again and write down the measurements if you miss them. Okay. All right, then we've got a piece of soft succulent cardstock, and the soft succulent piece measures 9.9 centimeters by 14.25 centimeters. We've then got a piece of the Ever Eden Designer Series paper. So on one side it's got that beautiful metallic finish leafy design, but we're actually going to be using the matte side today. So we're using this design this time because we want this beautiful wreath to really pop. So we're using the plainer side, and this piece measures 10.5 centimeters by 14 centimeters. We've got this one next. We've got two pieces of the gold metallic specialty paper, and these are both 3 centimeters by 9.9 centimeters. Okay, and you need 2 of those to die cut the leafy border. Then we've got a piece of the the Ever Eden cotton paper, and this measures 2.5 centimeters by 9.9 centimeters. Then we've got a piece of basic white for our sentiment. Amber's cut me 2 just in case I need them, because sometimes I do have stamping boo-boos and I need an extra piece. So this one measures 9.9 centimeters by 2.1 centimeters. All right, so we've got 2 of those. And then this big piece is for cutting the wreath, and this piece is 10.5 centimeters by 14 centimeters. Okay, so they are all of our pieces, and we've got the evening evergreen ink, and then you're going to need some of the garden gems as well. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 on mine. Okay, and they're the it's actually a combination of the different sizes that we'll be using between the small and the large ones. All right, so that's everything that you need. So let's get started. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is to stamp my sentiment. I usually like to start with that. So we'll pop all of these pieces over to the side. I'll put my card out of the way so that we don't get any ink on that. And with the Eden's Garden stamp set, it is a cling stamp set. I forgot to mention that before, which means it's a red rubber stamp, and it's got the stickers that we can attach to it so that we can see how to line up our stamp when we're stamping it. And the stickers make it very clingy so that we can cling it to our blocks and then remove it. And also too, you can adhere it into your case. They're not going to fall out, so less likely to lose them. There's instructions inside the front cover for applying your stickers when you get them with your stamp set, because they don't come with the stickers already on them. The stickers will be in the case, and you just apply your stickers by following the instructions there. All right, so let's bring in a piece of grid paper, which I didn't get out ahead of time. Actually, let me do that now. And, oh, there we go. I'm still finishing off this little pad. So these are our small grid papers. These are in your annual catalogue as well. And these are great. We've got small grid paper, and then we've got the really large sheets, which are also awesome to protect your work surface, especially if you're doing like really messy techniques and things. It's good to have the large ones to protect your work surface. But I like to use the mini ones on my Facebook Lives because, yeah, I find that they work really well for what I need. So yeah, both of those are in the annual catalogue, so you can purchase them. They come in a big pad. I've got a brand new pad of the minis as well. Just reaching for that so I can show you. Whoop. Well, it's actually called small. I call them mini, but they're actually small grid paper, and you get 50 sheets in the pack. They come in like a pad, and you just tear them off as you saw me do. So the code for this one is 149621 if you're looking for the small grid paper. The large grid paper, they come in a big pad of 100 sheets. And you can always cut them down in half too if you want to make them go further. But that's the grid paper. You see me using them each week. All right, let's stamp our sentiment. So we are using this one. Dear friend, how are you? Isn't that nice? Now, if you want to, you can stamp it onto your scrap paper first, just to make sure you've got the feel of how that's going to stamp. And we're going to stamp this simply in the middle. So let's see if I can get this lined up. And if not, I do have another one. There we go. Oh, that's not too bad actually. Not too bad at all. I don't think I'm going to need my spare one. And remember, when you are stamping, that you always have two sides to your cardstock, so you can flip it over as well and stamp on the other side. Right, so we've got that ready to go. So let's pop that over to the side. I'm going to clean my stamp now. So I'm going to stamp off the excess ink and grab my chamois, which, where is my, oh, there it is. It got moved, but it was still there. Clean that on my Simply Chamois. Great cleaning tool. This is another great product to pop into your starter kit too. If you are purchasing a starter kit, you do need something to clean your stamps. So the Simply Chamois is a great one to pop into your starter kit as well. Right, okay. Actually, we might use that. I might pop that down there while we are compiling our card. All right, so we are going to do some die cutting now. So we need to die cut these three pieces, and we're going to be using the large wreath die. So I'll just take that one off the sheet. There we go. And we're going to be using the border die as well. There we go. All right. So I'm going to bring in my large machine. In fact, I might move my grid paper while I bring in the machine. Okay, this one is the big machine. So this is the large Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, or the standard size one. This one doesn't fit in my camera shot quite so well as the mini, which is why I usually use the mini when I can. This one's quite a bit bigger. So this one, again, like the mini, it does have the side plates that fold up like so. It's got the carry handle. It is quite a bit heavier than the other one because it's you know, a bigger machine. It's got the rubber feet underneath, and it's got the handle on this side. Okay, you can see I've got my washi tape there ready for my embossing, sorry, not my embossing, my die cutting, to hold my dies in place. And then these just fold down. They come, when you get it, it comes with the plates that you need to get you started. So you get your cutting plates, you get a special embossing plate as well, and then you're good to go. All right, so for die cutting these dies, we are going to be using our #1 base plate, and you'll notice that there are instructions on there to show you how to use your different plates with the different die cutting or embossing, depending on what you're doing. Okay, we're going to use that one. We're going to use our thin die adapter, which is our #2 plate, and you can see mine are well used, they're a bit grotty. We're going to use a #3 plate, which is a clear acrylic plate. All right, then we're going to put down our cardstock with our die, and we're going to turn the die upside down because that's the cutting surface where you see all the design. That's the cutting surface. We're going to turn it upside down so that you're looking at the flat side of it. Okay, and then you're going to put another clear plate, #3, on the top. All right, so this is quite a detailed die. Then you're going to crank that through your machine. I'll move that over so you can see. I'm actually doing this back to front to how I normally do it. There we go. All right, move this back over this side. And we'll take that die up. There we go. So we'll get rid of that piece. We don't need that now. And we'll lift this piece out. Take out that center part. Just very carefully. You have to do this really carefully because this is quite a delicate die cut piece. There we go. And you'll see that we've got some little bits and pieces stuck in some of those leaves. I'm going to show you in a moment how to remove those using our die brush, but we'll die cut our borders first and then we can do our die brushing all at once. All right, now with this extra piece of cardstock in the middle, you might want to keep that as a scrap because you might want to use a portion of that perhaps behind a sentiment or something else. So you might want to even just trim off the shaggy bits and just cut it into a rectangle using your trimmer and then keep that as a scrap to use for something else. All right, so I'm going to clean all the little bits and pieces off my mat as well. Or off my plate, I should say, not off my mat, off my plate. So I'm just scraping them off into the bin. There we go. All right, and then we'll cut our borders. All right, so I've got the shiny side up and I'm just going to line up my die. So you can use any portion of this die that you want to use. It really doesn't matter, but we're going to line it up so that the design is towards one side. Okay, so the design, the leafy edge is towards one side of the paper so that we've got the straight side is in from the edge, and I'll explain why when we get to that. So what I'm going to do so that that doesn't move, I'm going to use a little bit of washi tape just to hold it in place. Let me see, what have I got here? I've got all different types of old washi tapes here. Got some old retired Stampin' Up ones. I've got some other ones. Stampin' Up doesn't actually have any washi tape at the moment. Hopefully they'll bring some back in the next catalogue. So I just use a little bit of this. This is one of the retired, I think this was from the Tutti Frutti range, this one. That was a long time ago. That was a few years ago, I think. That might have even been in my first year with Stampin' Up. 5 years ago, the Tutti Frutti range. There we go. So we'll just line that up and just hold that in place there. Pop my clear plate on the top. So the large Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine is great for all your large dies, for your large embossing folders as well. Whereas the smaller machine will only do the smaller dies and the special embossing folders that have been created specifically for the small machine. The large one fits everything. So, but if you can't afford the large one, then you could certainly get the smaller machine. Now you can also put the large machine into your starter kit as well. So that's something else that you could that you might like to do if you wanted the large machine. So just take this out. So this, I'll just tell you, this foil cardstock is quite a bit thicker. So I probably could have done with running that through twice, but it did come out in the end. Hopefully all those little bits in, oh yeah, they look like they've cut okay. Sometimes with the thicker cardstock, it's good to run them through a couple of times. All right, so let's do the other piece now too. Especially with the thicker cardstock, especially if you're using intricate dies like this that have a lot of detail, sometimes it's good to run them back and forth a couple of times. We might do that with this piece, and I'll show you what I mean. Here we go. So if you don't have washi tape, you might want to use a bit of masking tape, or if you've got the blue painter's tape. I found a roll of that in the cupboard the other day, and I got that out to use, and I was using that the other day. That was really good to use with your die cutting. All right, so we'll go forward and we'll go back again. There we go. And we'll just release that from the die. Oops, I just ripped my washi tape. That's all right. I use and use and use my washi tape until it falls apart. That one just actually fell apart. So then we'll take that out. Let's move the machine out of the way, and then we can take all of our pieces out of our die. Okay. So all the die came out clear, so there's no cardstock caught up in the die, so that's good. Pop that back over there. All right, and we'll just gently take this out of the, take all these little bits out. So I'm just gently taking that through. I probably could have run that through 3 times actually. I ran it backwards and forwards, but I probably could have taken that through again. It's just this paper, this particular foil cardstock, the gold and rose gold, it's got like a, it's almost like a plasticky coating on the back. And yeah, so it tends to hold those little bits in there a little bit more so than ordinary cardstock. Alrighty, so now let me show you the die brush. So the die brush, it is an attachment that attaches to the Take Your Pick tool. So when you purchase it, it comes with 2 foam mats as well. I've just popped mine into a container that I had in the cupboard. You just screw that into the end of your Take Your Pick tool, our multi-purpose tool, which can be used for lots of different things. And what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to pop my piece in there, and I'm going to roll that along. Actually, I might roll that from the back. Roll that along to push those little pieces out. Actually, no, I'm going to roll it from the other side. And that will help to get all those little pieces out. Now, as I said, this one probably could have been run through a couple of extra times to get those pieces to cut out properly, just because the foil cardstock is so thick. There we go, they're coming out. They're just going to take a little bit more work. So what you can do is you can use the other end. If you've got the pokey tool, here we go. Oh, that's my new one. Let's grab the old one, my pokey tool. Actually, I'm going to switch these over. I'm going to put my pokey tool in there. If I can get that in, there we go. And I'll put my stylus tool in that other one. That's my broken one that I broke the other week. There we go. So then you've got your paper piercing tool as well. So if you're having trouble getting them out with the brush, you can poke them out with the pokey tool. It's actually called a piercing tool, but I like to call it the pokey tool. So we just have to be a little bit patient with this one, with this particular cardstock. If I had have die cut this out of ordinary cardstock, these would have just all come out. But this paper is just a little bit thicker. So it just needs a little bit more work. You just got to be a bit more gentle and a bit more patient with it. There we go. Look, they're coming out now. Whoop. There we go. And that one, I think that's, whoop, did I get it? There we go. Okay. So it's good to look from the back to see if you get all of those little pieces out. So that last little piece. Okay, there we go. So we've got all the little pieces out of that piece. So we'll do the same with this one. I'm going to brush it first with the die brush to see if they'll release with that. And if not, then I'll poke them out. Oh, look, there we go. We've got some of those ones out. Oh, I bet this one is the one that I rolled through twice. And I bet that one's the one that I didn't. Because look, those ones have come out this time with the die brush. There we go. Oh, that one just doesn't want it. There we go. Yeah, they came out much more easily that time. There we go. So that's the trick, to roll it through a couple of times. All right, now with this big one, we've got some little extra pieces sitting inside the leaves here and there. So we'll pop that into our container on our foam mat, and we're just going to brush over that. Have to be a little bit careful because you don't want to damage the die cutting because it is delicate. So you don't want to damage the piece that you've just die cut. But you just want to brush out those little pieces, just help them to release from inside the design there. There we go. Might be a few little pieces still here and there, so you can just pop them out. Oh. There we go. And these ones, we'll give them another little brush. Brush, brush, brush. They might need, that one stuck. Why is that one stuck? Why is that one stuck there? That one not cut properly. There we go. If ever you're not sure, you can always run your die through twice. Run it forwards and run it back, and then you shouldn't have too much problem getting all those little bits out. But yeah, the delicate dies just take a little, or the intricate dies, they just take a little bit more work to get all those little pieces out. But it's so worth it because they're just beautiful. There we go. I think they're all out now. So that wasn't too bad. Oops, there's one. There's one we missed. Oh, there's another one we missed. There, how's that? Oh, there's another tiny one. There's a few here and there. Just looking really carefully to see if I've got them all now. I think so. Yep, that looks pretty good. All right. And then I'll give that a clean up later on. Okay, so there we've got all of our pieces. So now we are ready to put together our card. Okay, now let me just check the questions or the comments before I do that, just to see if I've missed anything. Oh, Megan said, I had to see them in person. Oh, the gems, yes. And now I'll be getting more, and I don't use that much bling. Oh, there you go. So you must really love them then, Megan, if you wanted to get them again. That's great. Awesome. What are the die cutters worth? So the die cutting machine, Kelly, the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, the large one is oh, let me get it right. Hang on. I'll grab my catalogue so I don't tell you the wrong thing. I think the large one, the large die cutting machine is $209, but let me just double check that. Here we go. So in the annual catalogue, you can find them on pages 152 and 153. That's got your machines and all the additional plates. So you can buy replacement plates for you. The clear acrylic plates, they do cut up and they bow and things like that over time, over a lot of use. So they do need to be replaced every so often, but the replacement plates don't cost too much. And then you have got the additional pieces you can purchase if you need to, but the machines do come with everything that you need to get started. Okay, so you just buy the additional plates as you need them. So the large, the large Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine is $209, and I'll give you the code for that, Kelly, if you want to write down the code. Oh yes, I'm so sorry. I didn't get to the post office last week because of my mother-in-law being unwell. So I'm sorry I didn't get those catalogues in the mail to you last week, but I will pop them in the mail for you tomorrow. I actually didn't think of it today too. It totally slipped my mind. I apologize, Kelly. I did go to the post office today and it totally slipped my mind to pop them in the post for you today. Let me write myself a note right now. Hang on a sec. I'm going to grab a pen and I'm going to write myself a note right now to send you those catalogues in the mail tomorrow. I'll go to the post office tomorrow for you. Catalogues for Kelly Tuesday. There we go. I'll prepare them for you tonight and I'll pop them in the post for you tomorrow, Kelly. Yeah, I'm so sorry I didn't get to that last week. Last week was just a crazy week. I didn't get much work at all done last week. Yeah. So, all right. So the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, I'll give you the code. So it's 149653. Okay, so that's 149653. And the mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, the one I showed last week, it's $104. And the code for that one is 150673. So that's 150673 for the mini, $104. And there you go. And then if you wanted the die brush attachment and which comes with the foam pads, they are the Take Your Pick die brush tip, and it's 149655. That's 149655, and that's $15.75. And it comes with the die brush attachment and the 2 foam pads. Okay. So yeah. There we go. Now, I'll just let you know that in the catalogue as well, there are the impression mats. They're still not available at the moment. There's been a supply issue with those ones for the moment, so they're not available yet. But all of the other products are available there, just not the impression mats. Okay, so if you're trying to order the impression mats and you think, what's happening? Why can't I order them? That's why. They're just not available yet. But Stampin' Up! Will let us know when they become available. Okay. All right, let's get back to our products, to our project, I should say. Megan says she has the old machine and barely uses it. Is that because you've got the new machine, Megan, or you just don't do a lot of die cutting? I love die cutting. I like die cutting on most of my projects, either that or punches. Oh, Kelly said just beautiful. Good, I'm glad you like it. Yeah. Yep. Oh, Deborah said, do the plates for the large machine fit the old Big Shot machine? I believe so, from what I have heard from other demonstrators, Deborah, but I haven't actually tried it myself. But I believe so from what I have heard from others. Yeah, so the old machine was the Big Shot, the Sizzix Big Shot, but now Stampin' Up! Has their own branded machine. Would there be a way I could use my Cricut to cut? Not with the dies, because the dies work with a die cutting machine, like a manual machine. The Cricut is very different because it's it has pre-programmed, I believe, pre-programmed cutting. Not that I have one, but I have heard about them. My daughter has a different type of one, a silhouette, but she uses hers for her own crafting. And then we use my Stampin' dies. Yeah, so the dies actually won't work. The dies won't work with a Cricut machine. They need a special type of machine. Yeah. Oh, okay, Megan, so you do a lot of scrapbooking and so you don't die cut much. Oh, you should use some of your beautiful die cut pieces in your scrapbooking as well, Megan. They would be gorgeous. All right, this would look beautiful in a scrapbook. Actually, that would look really beautiful around a photo even too, wouldn't it? Or even you could do a bit of journaling. You could put it around a journaling piece in your scrapbook. That'd be nice. All right, so let's put together our card. We've got all of our pieces here ready to go. All right, we're going to start with layering up all of our base pieces first. So these are just going to be adhered flat. So I'm just going to use my lovely Stampin' Seal. You can use whichever adhesive you like to. So I'll turn this one over and we're going to attach our designer series paper onto our soft succulent matte first. So the soft succulent is the colour. Oh, this is very sticky and it's sticking to my fingers, as you can see. Alrighty, so we're just going to layer this down onto our soft succulent, and I'm going to try and get a nice even border around the edges. We've got a little 2mm border happening here. So just line that up. There we go. Okay, beautiful. So we've got those two matted up together. Now I'm going to pop this onto my card front. So we'll turn that over and we'll add a little bit of adhesive to the back there. So I'm using the Stampin' Seal. We also have Stampin' Seal Plus, which is a stronger adhesive than the Stampin' Seal. The Stampin' Seal is really quite sticky and strong. As you can see, it likes to stick to my fingers. The Stampin' Seal Plus is even stronger again, and the Stampin' Seal Plus is great for your 3D projects. But we also do, so if you're looking for a tape runner, that's the two tape runners that we have. So this time we've got a 3mm border this time. So I'll just line that up. Sorry, I've got to stop talking for a minute while I concentrate to line that up straight. There we go. Okay, great. So that's our base ready to go. And then we've also got our tear and tape as well. So this is a really strong adhesive, so you can use this for 3D projects and adhering anything really. And then we've got our liquid glue, as you probably have seen me use before. We're going to use a little bit of that today too. We've got our mini glue dots, which are great for adhering embellishments and ribbons. You can use this for adhering anything really, but they're not super cost effective to use as your main adhesive, I guess, because you would be using a lot of them. If you were adhering all of these layers together using mini glue dots, you can do that, but you'd be using a lot of them and you'd end up using them up pretty quickly. So I keep my glue dots just for ribbons mostly, and some embellishments. So yeah. All right, so next we are going to adhere our beautiful, now I will bring back in, actually, you know what? Instead of my grid paper, I'll bring in my silicone craft sheet because the adhesive doesn't stick to this, which is awesome. So I'm going to turn this over upside down, and I am going to use a little bit of my liquid glue this time. So we've got lots and lots of adhesive choices or options. So you can choose whichever one you feel. Oh, hang on a minute. Excuse me, I got a little frog in my throat. Yeah, you can use whichever one you like, depending, you know, different people like different things, and it depends on the project that you're working on, which one's going to work best for you. So I'm just using little dabs of the liquid glue on the back of this beautiful wreath to adhere down. We do also have adhesive sheets as well, which are great for your intricate dies. You can apply some of the adhesive paper to a piece of cardstock and then die cut it, so it makes it like a sticker. You can do that as well. I nearly was going to do that with this one, but then I thought, oh, there's large enough sections to pop a bit of glue down, so I decided just to use the glue. There we go. All right, so we're just going to glue this down onto the front of our card now. Just line that up. There we go. And the beauty of the liquid glue too is that it doesn't dry so quickly. It dries fairly quickly, but you do have enough time to move things around on your project, because you've got that, it's a little bit slippery when you first put it down, so you've got time to maneuver things if you don't put something down in the right spot straight away. So there we go. So we'll press that down nice and firm now. There we go. So this is a really easy project to put together. All right, next we're going to add our cotton paper as a little bit of a border behind our sentiment label. So that's just going to go end to end. I'm going to pop some Stampin' Seal on the back of this one. There we go. And we'll just line this up end to end. Now the cotton paper is very delicate, so once you stick that down, it's kind of stuck, like you wouldn't want to try to release it. So just make sure you've got that exactly where you want it. I think that's lined up. And line that up with the other end. Hopefully I've got that lined up well. There we go. That's not too bad. Good. Okay, so that just gives you just a little pop of color behind your sentiment, and it'll help it to lift it up off the card. And then with these two pieces, they are going to go behind our sentiment layer like so. All right, we want to see a little bit of that stitching border too. So what I'm going to do, again, I'll use my liquid glue, and I'm just going to run a bead of glue along, along here. Okay, like so. And then I'll pop my sentiment down on top of that, and I want to be able to see a little bit of that stitched border, or the stitched design, detail, that's the word, the stitched detail. So we'll just line that up so we can see that there. Okay, so we'll give that a press, get that to adhere firmly, and then we'll do the same with the other side. Oh yes, this glue is no good for you, is it, Megan? Yeah, you've told me that before too. You're not good with the liquid glue. It sets off your allergies, doesn't it? Is it your allergies? There we go. And now we'll take it to the other one. Yeah, different people with allergies have different triggers, so you have to kind of work with, you know, what works for you, and everybody will have different things that they can use or that they choose to use, and so you just need to choose which one is the right one for you. There we go. So then we'll adhere that, we'll press that down, and we finish with that glue. Beautiful. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? So gorgeous. And actually, look at how I've lined that up. I've got them all, I didn't do that intentionally, but I've got them almost lined up exactly, those two flowers, although the rest are diagonally opposite because you've flipped it. So yeah, there you go. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to get some Stampin' Dimensionals, and we're going to pop that up on the front of our card. So when you get your Stampin' Dimensionals, they come in a pack like this. You get 3 sheets. So I think it's a total of 300. Oh, this is the large ones, or the standard size ones. I think you get about 300 dimensionals in the pack. These are the minis, and the minis are smaller, so you get 720 in a pack. But you get 3 sheets. So 3 sheets of the minis in the mini pack, 3 sheets of the regulars in the regular pack. All right, so that's all nicely adhered now. So we'll flip that over. And we're going to add some dimensionals to the back now. So I will bring back in my Take Your Pick tool. And you can use your fingers just to pick these up if you like, but I like to use my Take Your Pick tool. It's my handy dandy tool. It's my favorite one. I use it every day on all of my projects. All right, so I always like to do my 2 ends first so that I can work out where I'm putting all of my other dimensionals. There we go. So I like to use lots of dimensionals because I like my pieces to be really stable and not have any saggy parts to them. So I probably use a lot more dimensionals than a lot of people do, but that's okay. I like my dimensionals. There we go. All right. Oh, we better make sure we put it up the right way. Hey. Okay, so we're just putting this down in the middle, and we're lining it up with the edge of the soft succulent. Okay, so that lighter green color that we've got, the matte layer there, we're lining it up with that soft succulent. So we're just popping it down there around about the middle. That looks about the middle to me. What do you think? Do you think that looks about the middle? And before I stick that down really tight, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to bring my grid paper back in, and I'm going to use my grid on the paper to make sure that I've got that lined up straight. In fact, I think I don't have it. Oh, let's see. Oh, actually looks pretty good. It is straighter than I thought it was. Yep, that's pretty good. Okay, good. Push that down. There we go. Great. And also too, you do have on your grid paper, both the small and the large paper, you do have your measurements around the side. So if you don't have a ruler handy, you can use the measurements on your grid paper. So you've got centimeters on one side and you've got inches on the other side, which is the same with the large sheets of grid paper as well. Okay, and these ones, they fit in the Stamparatus. These were originally made for the Stamparatus, but a lot of demonstrators are using them now just on their own. So I use mine for both on their own and with the Stamparatus. So there you go. All right, so now we just need to add some of those gorgeous little gems and then we're done. So it's actually a really easy card to put together. So let's see, we'll add... let's see, we'll put a large one on there, and maybe I'll use all large ones. There, there, and there. There we go. You could add, oops, I've got that one just off the edge of that piece. Let's try that again. There we go, that's better. That one actually needs a little bit of glue under there. I might sneak a little tiny bit of glue under there because that little piece is just popping its little head up. We don't want that. Just trying to squeeze a tiny little bit of glue. There we go. Oh, sit down. Sit down, behave. I'm just had a little bit of ooze of my glue there. I think I was a bit heavy-handed, so I'll just scrape that back off so we don't have that sticky glue. There we go. Beautiful. So if you wanted to, you could add some extra little gems there as well if you wanted to, but I don't want to go too crazy with the gems. So there we go. So there is our beautiful card finished. What do you think? So it actually wasn't too bad, not too bad, I shouldn't say too bad, too hard to put together. I was just giving you lots of tips and tricks along the way though, so it probably took me longer because I was talking you through everything. But really, when you've got the tools, it's really easy to put together. So you've got those beautiful dies and the paper and the stamp set, and it went together really quite quickly. So there you go. Oh, Julie likes it, and Robin says love it. Glinda says beautiful. Thank you. Kelly says love it. Great. I'm so glad you all like it. Rose says lovely card. Yeah, Julie said very pretty. Thanks everyone. I'm so glad you like it. Angela says beautiful cards. Thank you so much. So let me show you again the one that we made last week, which was this one. And that's the one we made today. And then we've got this one as well, which we made as a sample also. So there's 3 different ideas for you using the Eden's Garden collection, which will be available tomorrow, the 2nd of November, 2021. Make sure that I say the correct date this time, because I think I said it wrong earlier. Oh, thank you, Helen. Helen loves them too. Now Megan wants to go and play with those products. Off you go, Megan. You could have brought them along with you and played along with me today. Feel free to watch if you want to case these projects. If you don't know what case means, case is C-A-S-E, and it stands for copy and selectively edit, or copy and share everything. So if you would like to case these products, these projects, feel free to do that. And if you do that, I would love to see them. So send me a message, or you can pop them in the comments below this video, and I'd love to see them, especially if you're on Facebook as well. I'm not sure that you can pop them in comments if you're watching this on YouTube, but if you're on YouTube, feel free to jump over to my Facebook page. I will have the link below the video for you in the description on YouTube. So check out those there. So any of you that are watching on Facebook, if you want to know of any of my other social media platforms, I've got YouTube, I've got Instagram, I've got Pinterest, I've got them all. I don't do Twitter, but I've got the others. So I will put them in the description on my Facebook page above this video, and on YouTube it'll be below the video. All right, so check those out. Be sure to follow me. I would love and really appreciate you to come and follow me, and so I can give you lots and lots of other ideas as well. On my Pinterest boards, I've got heaps and heaps of ideas, so be sure to check out my Pinterest as well. And yeah, and follow me over there on Pinterest too, and you'll get lots of more inspiration, creative inspiration. Oh, you love last week's one too, Helen. This one, yeah, it's really beautiful, isn't it, with that pop of gold as well. Megan said she'll have to get some of that gold paper. Yes, definitely. Yeah, it's gorgeous. I love this one. So you can see the difference actually in the two. So this is the one that we use today. So it's got the brushed finish, which is you remember what it's called. I get them all mixed up sometimes. The gold and rose gold metallic specialty paper. That's the one we use today with the brushed finish. And then this one that we used last week is more of a yellowy color, and it's the gold foil sheets from the annual catalog. Well, they're both in the annual catalog actually, but you can see the difference in them, how you get that totally different look. Yeah, which one do you prefer? Do you prefer the gold foil cardstock, this one, or do you prefer the brushed foil look? Which one do you prefer? I'd love to know. Or do you love them both? Let me know. Oh, today's one, Megan said she likes this one, the brushed foil. Yeah, I love that look too. It's really cool, hey? Yeah. I've never tried to brush my own foil. I'm not sure how this would go if you tried to brush it yourself. I don't think you'd get quite the same effect. It's a little bit of a different color too. Rose said she likes the gold foil, this one. Yep. Robin says she loves both types. Yeah. Yeah, I think they're good for different projects, aren't they? Different types of projects, the different types of finish on them. Yeah, and then this one too, this other sample that we made, this one is also using the brushed foil, so the same one as this one. So it's a little bit more of it's quite a different look actually on this card. Let's put these two together. Gives quite a different look on this card to this card, doesn't it? I think too, because we've got that beautiful deep Blackberry Bliss base on it. Is it Blackberry Bliss? Yes, Blackberry Bliss base, and it sort of throws off a different color on the Blackberry Bliss as opposed to on a lighter color. Looks a little bit different in person anyway. Not sure if that's coming across on camera, but yeah, so there you go. So there's some ideas for you using that beautiful, oh, the gold ribbon. Yes, Rose, this is a beautiful ribbon. I love this one too. That's a gorgeous ribbon. So that ribbon is, let me find my catalogue. I'll tell you which ribbon that is too, if you're looking for it. Let me find it. Blings ribbons. It is so it's in the annual catalogue. Oh, actually, that one might not be. That one might be from the mini catalogue. Oh, I think that one's in the mini. Let me grab the mini out. Didn't have my mini catalogue out today. I only had the annual. Oh, also too, let me just mention, which I didn't mention before. Oh yeah, there it is. If you don't have catalogues and you're new to Stampin' Up and you don't have a demonstrator already, let me know and I'd love to send them out to you. I am sending some out tomorrow to Kelly. So if you would like catalogues, let me know today and I can pop them in the post for you tomorrow when I pop Kelly's in the post. Here it is here. So it's in the mini catalogue, Rose, on page 74. It's the gold shimmer ribbon. It's code 156470. That's where you'll find that one there. Yeah, that's really beautiful too. So there you go. All right. Well, I will tip the camera back up so I can say goodbye to you all face to face, because I always like to do that face to face. Oh, that's the same ribbon there too, Rose. Same. Yeah, this one didn't have any. Hey, this card didn't have any ribbon today. You know, I always say my cards need ribbon and bling, but this one didn't have ribbon, only had bling. Oh, my goodness, what was I thinking? No ribbon. Well, I guess it's kind of got this, so that kind of gives like a ribbon effect instead, really, doesn't it? All right, let me cover up my camera and I'll flip it up. Just bear with me one moment. I'll get that all ready for you. Release those noisy, squeaky clamps again. There we go. Okay. And we'll do a flippity flip. Adjust my lights. That's one. Oh, we're crooked. Better get that all straightened up. There we go. Adjust my other light. Okay, so there is my card. Oh, I'm still crooked. Hang on, let me get that right. There, is that better? Good. Good, good, good. There we go. So there's my beautiful card. So I'm glad you like that one. It's really pretty, isn't it? So much you can do with those beautiful products. So remember to look out for them tomorrow, the Eden's Garden products. Probably I'm expecting that when you go into the online store tomorrow, there'll be a special promotion banner that will be at the top of the page when you go there. And usually with those promotion banners, you can just click on them and it will take you directly to the products. But otherwise you can click on what's new and it'll come up under what's new. So if you're having trouble finding them there, then go there and have a look. There's all the individual products. So remember, you can buy them individually, get the stamp set and the dies as a bundle if you like both of them, order them individually or get them all together as a collection. So there you go, lots of options there. Remember, you can pop them into your starter kit if you would like to purchase the Stampin' Up! Starter Kit and become part of our stamping community and get a 20% discount on all of your products. That is only $169, so you could get that collection and then you'll have another, what did we work out before? Let's do it again. It was, so you can order up to $235 worth of products in your starter kit, and this collection was $144 for all of those products. So you can get all that collection, plus you can choose another $91 worth of product in your starter kit, and you'll get free shipping on that starter kit too. Or if you don't want these products, you can put whatever you like in the starter kit. You could put a Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine in the starter kit. So let's see, that would be $235 minus $209. So you could get that and you'd have $26 still to spend. So you might like to get an ink pad or get some adhesives or whatever you like. So if you need any help putting together a starter kit too, if you would like to join Stampin' Up! And you're really not sure and you're stuck as to what to put in your starter kit, please give me a yell out because I would love to help you choose some products to put in there. It's great to start with the basics as well. If you're starting from scratch, the great place to start is with stamp inks and paper. So a stamp set, some ink, so an ink pad or two, and some cardstock to stamp on, and maybe you'd like some designer series paper as well. So, but I can help you with those. So feel free to ask me those questions or any questions that you might have about Stampin' Up! Or about Stampin' Up! Products. Feel free to ask me. All right, well, I look forward to, oh, you're very welcome, Robin. No worries, Megan. Thank you so much. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Thank you. Thanks, Rose. Thank you all so much for joining me today. I'm glad you liked that project, and I hope that I've given you a bit more creative inspiration today. So I'll be live again, if all goes to plan, on Thursday morning at 11 a.m. Thursdays I like to do quick and easy projects, so I haven't planned my this week's Thursday morning one yet, but yes, I've got a few new products up there that I haven't used yet, so I might pull out one of those. And so I would look forward to seeing you then. If you can't make it on Thursday, hopefully you can make it again next Monday afternoon at 4 o'clock. And they are Australian Eastern Daylight Time because we're in daylight savings now. So, all right, well, have a great week, everybody. Stay safe, get some crafting in there. I look forward to seeing you all again soon and having a chat again next time. All right, happy crafting, everyone. Bye.